It's obvious. Somebody stole Melinda's car from the garage, used it to terminate Peck, and then returned it to incriminate her.
I wish I could buy it, Rob. I wish I could. Melinda, I don't want to go to the grand jury with this, but I have no choice. It's a matter of public record now. Sorry. I'm going to have to charge you with vehicular manslaughter.
Come on, Herb. Now, you know I didn't kill Peck.
You are falling right into their hands, Herb. Melinda stumbled in on my father's murder, and ever since then, somebody has been out to get her.
Rob, I know you want to help her, so do I, but this is not the way to do it.
Then give us some time. Give us a few days. If we can figure out who's trying to frame Melinda, we can find out who killed...
Heron, why don't you ask the staff to take a break? They did a wonderful job cleaning up after the wedding reception, and the packing is essentially finished.
Sweetheart, I thought you were going to help Kevin and Joey pack up the rest of their things.
Well, to be frank, I was hoping I could talk you out of the whole thing.
Oh, darling, we're not going to Outer Mongolia.
Well, you might as well be. You know, Arizona isn't exactly next door, and it's not just that. I mean, now Steve and Gabrielle are going, and they're taking Al away from me. It's like everybody I know is leaving.
Honey Bunch, you can come and visit us just as often as you like.
It's not the same. I mean, Vicki, I finally have everything I want. I have Landfair, my home, filled with all the people I love. And now it's just going to be a big empty house.
It's not going to be an empty house. You and Max are going to live here. You're going to give parties and dances, and this house will glitter.
I don't want glitter. I want my family.
Honey, stop torturing yourself about the baby.
Vicki, I can't help it. I've lost him twice. And now I'm losing you. Now, look, I know it's selfish, but couldn't you wait to leave for like 6 months or something? Please, Vicki. I need you now more than ever.
Big move's underway, huh? What is that, son? Oh, yeah, Vicki's National Journalistic Award. I will never forget that night.
Neither will she. You know, you were right all along, Pa. I never should have agreed to this move.
Wait a minute, I was against it from first, but I'd come around to your way of thinking.
Yeah, well, my way of thinking was wrong. I've been thinking about myself. What about Vicki?
Vicki only wants what's best for you.
Yeah, for now, yes. But in time, I don't want to lose her, Pa. And I'm afraid if we go ahead with this move, that's exactly what's going to happen.
Honey, I don't want to leave you. No one does. But Clint needs very special attention now.
Well, I know that, but can't you give it to him here at least until I recover from all this stuff?
Max is the one who's recovering, isn't he?
Look, I know I feel for Clint and I feel for Max, but what about my baby? Vicki, how am I supposed to go on trying to lead a normal life knowing that my baby is out there somewhere?
Tina, honey, you've got to stop this. You cannot just stop your life on the chance that a baby may exist somewhere.
Vicki, he does exist. I saw him and I heard him.
Maybe you did and maybe you didn't, darling. Maybe it was just an hallucination. But the point is, this is not the jungle. This is Landview. This is your home, and you've got to get on with your life without the baby and without me.
You almost sound like it'd be good for me or something.
I hadn't thought of it that way, but yes, it may very well be.
Oh, all right. Max is resting comfortably up there. Is that coffee still hot?
Sure, help yourself,
Thank
sure.
you. I gave him a shot for the pain and arranged for a nurse to change the bandages.
Was he gonna be okay?
Yep, he doesn't pull any more stunts like that. I can't believe he snuck out of the hospital to be at that wedding. Your fiancé is the most pig-headed man I've treated in a long time.
Shades of Clint Buchanan.
Well, almost that bad. You know, if he was smart, he'd get right back in the hospital. I didn't want to bring down his energy level by fighting with him, so he'll be all right here if you keep a close watch on him.
Well, good, Tina. That's exactly what you need now. Something to concentrate on other than your own problems.
Well, wait, this is not just a casual responsibility. You got to make sure that he doesn't misbehave, at least until that knife wound gets healed.
Well, he's been there for me. I don't even know how many times. So, okay, I will be his nurse, and I will be his watchdog, whether he wants me to be or not.
All right. Good to hear. I better get running. How's the move going with you?
Almost done.
Yeah? Look, Can I give you, as your old family doctor, a bit of friendly advice?
No, but my brother-in-law, Larry, he can say anything he wants to.
Okay. While you're out there in Arizona taking care of Clint and the kids, don't neglect yourself.
Hey, making them happy, that makes me happy.
I know that, but if you need anything, if you just want to talk...
You're the first person I'll call.
Okay, kid. All right. Safe journey.
Thanks, Larry, for everything.
Thank you for that. Wash the cup. Have a good trip.
Oh, don't say it. I know what you're thinking. Why can't I be as happy for you as Larry is?
Listen, you heard what he said. This is not a time for self-pity, all right? With Max upstairs, you finally have someone to worry about other than Tina.
There you are.
Hi.
I figured I'd come over and tell you before somebody else did.
Tell me what, Billy?
Well, we got a little bad news, Stace. I hope you don't get too upset when you read this.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Mr. Lamar, this is a private conversation.
Mr. Lamar is familiar with the case. Rob, anything he hears will be in strictest confidence.
If it would make you feel any better, I'd be pretty happy to leave.
No, Donald, don't. Maybe you can help us. 3 days ago, someone stole my car and used it to run down a witness.
That's a Mr. Peck, who you believed was the witness to the alleged murder at Mountain View?
The murder of my father was real, but somebody's been trying damn hard to make sure that it never happened. And Herb's falling for it.
I'm just trying to come up with facts. It's a fact that Peck was run down by Melinda's car.
But it doesn't prove that she was driving it. Herb, why would she get up in the middle of the night to kill the one man who could prove her story?
That's a question for the grand jury.
I'm asking you.
Melinda, I hope you do understand my position. A man has been killed, and you've been implicated. It's out of my hands. Now, you come up with evidence to support this case, and I will do everything in my power to help you, and you'll be out of this, free and clear.
He's right, Melinda. You can prove you saw a murder, and this Peck was the corroborating witness. That's the best way to wipe this whole slate clean.
She doesn't have to prove anything. She is an innocent witness. Or doesn't that matter?
Melinda, I'm sorry it turned out this way. All I can do is repeat what I told you on the phone. Don't leave town.
You can take your threat.
No, Rob, stop it! We're leaving now. Herb, I'm trying very hard to understand all this, but it's not easy. Come on. Donald, thank you so much. Come on.
Boy, some days they just don't pay you enough, do they? You want to talk about this?
I can't play favorites. Rob knows that. I have to pursue this case, even if it means indicting Melinda.
Oh, Herb, nobody's going to blame you for that. If you don't play this by the book, you're not doing your job.
I know that, but damn it, he's right. Melinda had every reason to keep Peck alive, not to kill him.
Unless...
Unless what?
No, this is your case.
No, say it.
With Peck dead, there's no one to refute her story.
Ah, yes. So you think that she might have killed him to keep him from contradicting her, but the man had already done that. What's the sense of killing him now?
Who said anything about sense? To you or to me or anybody who's rational?
Look, Donald, what do you know about Melinda's history?
After what happened at WVLE, I did a little research on Melinda. I wanted to know why she blacked out on me during that interview.
Yeah, so you know that she was a patient at Compton Clinic. Do you also know that when she was released, she was considered completely cured?
What I found, she has a long history of delusional behavior. Oh, it could be possible this is just simply a relapse.
I'm not convinced of that.
Is it any easier to buy some theory that has somebody out there trying to make it appear that Melinda has imagined this whole thing?
Excuse me, Herb. I'm sorry, Mr. Lamar. I didn't realize you were still here.
What is it, Jennifer?
You have just gotten a call from Rafe Garrettson's office at the Landview PD. It seems that there is something in the Peck hit-and-run case.
This doesn't make sense. How can our landlord be threatening us with eviction?
Did you forget to pay your rent?
No, Billy paid it with money from my Christmas Club account. You did pay it, didn't you, Billy?
Stace, I used the money to bail out Wade. Say something.
I can't decide what to do first.
scream or turn you over my knee.
Look, I was just trying to help a friend. I mean, that's the kind of thing you want me to do,
Not with
isn't it?
my savings, not without asking me. Do you know how hard I had to work to earn $1,000?
Well, please, Stace. I was just trying to do something right for a change.
Look, it's just a matter of the money. I'm good for the rent. You can pay me back.
No, thanks, Rafe, but this isn't about the money. This is about my sister refusing to grow up.
Oh, no, please. Not with the act your age speech. No.
No lecture. I want action. Since I can't rescind Wade's bail, I want you to come up with $1,000.
No, Wade's gonna pay it back as soon as he can. I mean, isn't that good enough?
No. You stole the money from my Christmas club, and I want it back, Billy, by 9 in the morning.
9 a.m.?
Yes, and if you give me a hard time, I'll make it 8. Rafe, don't we have to get back now?
Yeah. Billy, you...
Oh. $1,000. Oh, no. Oh.
Well, the hero returns. It's about time, too.
Hello. Wanda, isn't it?
Wanda. Bolek. There's 2 W's. Woo-woo. How come you disappeared so quickly the other night? We didn't even get a chance to thank you for catching that creep.
Oh, the guy was a cheap petty thief. Stopping him was hardly an act of heroism.
Coco Van.
I beg your pardon.
That's the specialty of the day, and if you would accept it, it would be my way of saying thank you.
Well, how can I disappoint such a gracious and lovely lady?
Oh, how indeed. Well, pick a table. Any table.
Thank you. I see just the table I want. Pardon me, miss. Pardon. Are you saving this seat for the Prince of Wales, or may I join you?
You know, at first, she won't even realize what's going on. But I will. And I'll be losing her a little at a time.
Clint, how? Vicky's the one that wanted to go to Arizona.
I know that. She's willingly sacrificing her work, her friends, her whole way of life. For what? So I can be happier being around my horses.
Vicky does not think she's sacrificing anything.
I know she doesn't. She thinks that this is just one of our regular trips out there. She has no idea what ranch life is like, Pa, when you're living at 365 days a year.
All right, so she learns.
You know what she's going to learn? She's going to learn that where we're living, there's nothing but prairie and some pasture and some open range. There's no shops, no friends to go having brunch with. Hell, you got to drive 50 miles to get to a sidewalk.
Now, do you think that matters to Vicky or to your kids? They just want to live with you, Clint.
Pa, what about when they get bored? What about when they start resenting the fact that they gave up everything just so I could have things a little easier?
You don't have any faith in your family, do you?
Of course I do. But ranch life has taken its toll on souls a lot tougher than Vicky and the kids.
I have got news for you. Vicky is as tough as they come. So are Joey, Kevin, and Jessica. They're not going out west to prospect for gold or carve the Chisholm Trail. They're going out to keep the family together. Hey, maybe you're the one that's not tough enough to make that happen.
I don't want things to get to the point where they hate me, Pa.
They won't.
I wish Cord was going with me. I'd have someone to share the work with, someone to... It'll just give me more... No, I've imposed on the rest of the family too much as it is.
Have you asked Cord?
Yes, he decided against it. And I'm not about to try and change his mind. He deserves every chance to try and pick up the pieces of his own life right here. But maybe you're right, Pa. Maybe it's me. Maybe I just need a little more faith. Excuse me, I'm going to see how the rest of the packing is going.
Sure. And don't worry about a thing, son. This move is the best thing you've ever done. For you and yours.
When you're spending a few...
Beat it, mister.
Hey, hey, hey. You always treat friendly folks with disdain.
Look, I don't know you, and I don't want to know you.
How do you know?
Oh, comedian, huh? All right. For $1,000 you can sit there. Otherwise, scram.
Don't you know it's dangerous to take candy or money from strangers? You're lucky I'm a man of character.
Oh, yeah, well, this is my lucky day. First I catch hell from my sister, and now I'm going to get a lecture from Mr. Rogers.
Well, I'm just trying to help a damsel in distress.
Well, I don't need you or your lousy advice.
I might be able to help.
How? You don't even know me.
Well, I see that you met our reluctant hero.
Hero?
I told you I've got experience coming to the rescue. What can I do, Wanda? Young lady won't let me slay a dragon for her.
Oh, you could do a lot worse than to have Charlie on your side. So, before I bring you your coq au vin, what can I bring you to drink?
I tell you what. How about exchanging that free meal for a $20 bill?
No, I'm sorry. There are no substitutes. You get the free meal and the $20 bills, which you just so happen to have right here.
Your kindness itself. Now, Billy here will excuse me.
Oh, by all means, take your time. Like forever.
It won't take that long. You just sit tight. I just might be able to rescue you.
Wait a second. Wait, Charlie. What about the coq au vin?
Keep it warm. Billy and I will be sharing it later.
Weird guy. Friend of yours, Wanda?
What he is a mystery. Except he does have this knack of showing up whenever you need him.
He does, huh?
Wait a second. Aren't you going to stay here like he told you to?
The police were doing their usual house-to-house check in Melinda Kramer's neighborhood.
Oh, boy. Somebody saw Melinda driving her car that night?
No. According to Captain Garrettson, a married couple who own a restaurant across the street from Melinda Kramer's apartment building saw her in her window.
What time was this?
The time that Peck was being struck down 20 miles outside of town.
You're sure of that?
Yes, I'm sure. The married couple swear to both what they saw and the time that they saw it.
Well, now, then it's just the way Rob says. Melinda's car was stolen. It was used to kill Peck. Donald, she's no more guilty than you or I.
Yeah, it certainly looks that way.
I hope this doesn't spoil the case.
Spoil it? Honey, you just took 10-ton weight off my chest. You know what this means, don't you? It means I can take Melinda off the hook and launch a full-scale investigation.
Into Peck's death.
No, it's just the tip of the iceberg. She's been telling the truth all along. Something did happen at Mountain View Sanitarium. Possibly the murder of Alex Crown. Jennifer, I could kiss you.
I just settled for a coffee break.
Yeah, absolutely. You take all the time you want. I'm going down to police headquarters, get the ball rolling.
Well, looks like you found the break you were looking for. Happy huntings.
Well, now hold it. You're not getting away that easily. When I get this investigation started, I want all the help I can get from you.
You got it. You go down to police headquarters. I'll start making some phone calls, see what I can dig up on Dr. Kellogg in Mountain View.
Great. We'll compare notes later. Use my phone.
Jennifer, before you leave, I want you to place a call for me. An important call.
I'm gonna go upstairs, Asa, and see if I can help him out.
Court, wait a minute. Can I just talk to you for a second?
Yeah, but can't this wait until after I've said my goodbyes?
No, I don't think so. You know, it's no mystery that Vicky and Clint going out west going to be hard on all of us.
Yeah, I know. But if they're happy, I'm all for it.
Oh, so am I. When I heard they were moving, I only saw one silver lining in a cloud. You and me still in Landview, I figured maybe we get to know each other a little better.
Yeah, I thought about that myself, Asa. Look, I know I haven't been giving you much attention since you bought out Sanders Chemicals the way you did. But I want you to know I'm not holding you responsible for what happened between me and Kate.
Well, I appreciate that, Cord. Who knows? Maybe you get to like your old granddad. That's not the important thing right now.
Hey, so what exactly are you trying to say here?
As much as I'd like you to stay here, you belong at the ranch with Clint and his family.
You want me to move out to Arizona?
Clint's not going to admit it, but he's going to need you a hell of a lot more than I do.
He's got Vicky, he's got the kids, he's got a great foreman out there and plenty of experienced hands.
He's got everything, but nobody to relax with. Nobody to confide in when he can't confide in Vicky.
He and Vicky have got this great marriage, Asa. They can talk about anything.
You know your father. How tough he is. He hasn't talked to anybody about his worries or fears except two people. You and me. He's going to work in Arizona to reassure Vicky and the kids. Now, who's going to reassure him? I'm sorry, Cord, but I mean, I even hate to ask you to do it.
Well, you know, I thought I had made my decision that I was going to stay here in Landview, but I don't know. Maybe I need to think about it some more.
I just hope I'm not putting too much pressure on you.
Hey, so what are you talking about? Your middle name is Pressure. But that's okay. This time, I'm glad you asserted it. All right. I will let you know my decision by the end of the day, okay?
On the house, Georgie boy, in honor of the good news.
Yeah? Who struck oil?
It's better. You heard about the Buchanans, didn't you?
Buchanans?
Yeah, it's what everybody's talking about. They're moving to their new ranch for good. Word is they're going to be hiring a lot of new hands.
And you call that good news?
Rich folks, good folks, too. What more can you want?
Hey, Jake, how about a long, tall cool?
Careful, Digger. You're talking about the woman I love.
I swore on your grave, big sister. I swore I'd never rest till you were avenged. And now it seems I'll have my chance.
Sarah, I was hoping to find you here.
Hi, Cord. Actually, you just caught me. I really have to go finish
Well, I've
that.
just got a quick question for you. It's about Clint. Now, him going to Arizona like this, his rehabilitation, is he going to be all right taking care of all that?
Well, he's one of the strongest, most determined men I've ever worked with. You know, in a lot of ways, I think that he's done more for me than I've done for him.
Oh, well, I'm glad to hear that, but see, that wasn't really what I was asking.
I'm sorry. I know what you mean. What can I say? It's going to be tough. Once we settle down at the ranch, he's going to be even more on his own there than he is here.
Well, at least he's going to have you there.
Oh, yeah. I am going to be the tenderest tenderfoot Arizona has ever seen.
Oh, come on. I bet in no time you'll be catching on to everything.
Cord, I am no cowgirl. I don't know. You know what? I'm worried that I'm going to be more of a hindrance than a help. But, hey, you are the cowboy, and if you have any advice on how I can adjust to ranch life, please fill me in.
Well, I think maybe advice just won't be enough.
Lemo is all warmed up and ready.
I told Kevin that he could carry his football on the plane, Mrs. Buchanan. And, of course, Joey insisted on taking his truck.
Well, you cannot move to a new home without taking your very favorite toys with you, can you? Even Jessica's got old Robbie Rabbit with her. Don't you, darling?
Oh, so this is it, huh? I hate goodbyes.
Well, sometimes you have to say goodbye to one thing before you can say hello to something else. How about it, Kevin, Joey?
Goodbye, fireplace. Goodbye, rug.
What rug?
That stain over there by the sofa. That was my apple juice.
Well, with all that stuff going for us, I don't think we'll ever forget this place. And Landfair is not going to forget us.
You promise, Dad?
Promise, of course. With Auntie Tina here and Max to keep the fires going and with the stain on the rug, this place will always have us as a part of it.
And we'll always be a part of Landfair.
May I say something, too?
Of course, Kim.
Goodbye, home. That's what Landfair has always been to me, too. But we're going out west to an even nicer home.
I just know it.
Well, you speak for all of us, Kim, I'm sure.
Oh, so just like I said, my mascara's already starting to run.
Enough of the sentimentality. Come on, gang. Let's load them up,
That's
Kim.
right, Captain Joey. And Jessica, too. We'll be in the car.
Well, my darling, I'm ready if you are.
Not so fast. You know, you are a wonderful wife and a wonderful mother.
Mm-hmm.
But you're one of the worst liars I've ever met.
Why am I a liar?
Oh, pretending to take this move in stride. I know everything you're giving up, Mrs. B.
Yep, I'm giving up smog, pollution, traffic.
How about home, work, and friends?
You heard what Kim said. We're going to an even nicer home now, darling. And there's going to be plenty of work once we get to the ranch. And as for friends, we're going to make tons and tons of new ones. Landfair's been wonderful. But in the final analysis, it's only a piece of real estate. Wherever we are, you and I together, that's home.
Lemo's loaded. Whoops.
Oh, I told you they could probably use a little more time alone.
Well, I don't like saying goodbye any more than you do, so just give me a kiss.
Pa, I could use a hug.
You got it.
Oh, Vicky. Vicky, you promise you're going to come back and visit soon?
Every chance we get.
All right, let's go.
Clint, take care of yourself.
Same with you, Victoria.
Well, where's Sarah? She doesn't want us to miss the plane, does she?
I'm sorry, Clint. That was my fault. We were just talking in the kitchen.
I'm all set.
All right, let's go.
Oh, not yet. First, I have to say my goodbyes. But then again, I don't think I'm going to, because you never know where the path of your life may lead you. Have a safe trip, huh?
Thank you, Cord.
You too, Paul. Bye-bye.
Son, you keep them honest down at the Banner, will you? And keep a lookout on old Ace and Tina for me, too.
I will.
That's little Joey on the horn.
Well, let's go.
Oh, one more hug?
No, no tears, okay?
Oh, I can't help it.
Vicky, we have to go. And Sarah, you too.
Okay.
I'm gonna call you tomorrow. See if everything's all right.
Okay,
Safe
Pa.
flight. And call me if you need anything, all right?
Okay. So long.
Bye, darling.
How many, Gilbert?
2.
Nothing like it, huh, Gilbert? Thrill, the challenge.
Charlie, do me a favor. Please don't say anything to Wanda about this.
Cross my heart. How many, Craig?
I'll take 3. If it makes you so nervous, why do you play?
We have a long-standing loan at Heavenly Hash. $5,000 given anonymously to help us get started.
And you want to repay it?
Uh-huh.
Well, that's good of you, Gilbert. But be careful now. The cards have no conscience. You could lose.
Don't remind me.
Are we going to talk or are we going to play? Don't get greedy, pal. The cards have no memory either. How many?
1. If you're so smart, how come you're down to your last 2 chips? Stay with the ones you got.
You and Gilbert.
Oh, well, where angels fear to tread and all that. I bet 2.
Craig?
I'm in.
How about you, Midas?
The name is Houlihan. And I'm going to be kind. I'm not going to raise. Because you guys are going to be broke already. And now, genius, how about you? Put up or shut up.
My pleasure to call.
3 knaves.
Jacks, Gilbert.
Oh, yeah.
Beats me.
4 beautiful ladies, and they're all mine. Sorry, Charlie.
Hey,
Excuse
you were
me.
supposed to be in the other room.
Oh, I know, except, you know, I just love to watch men in action. You see, you learn something new every time. Like, I thought there were only 4 queens in a deck.
Hey,
Cheating at cards. Is there anything lower?
Little tramp. Now, she planted that on me. I never saw that card before.
Is that a fact?
Yeah. You want to make something of it?
You're damn right I do.
Anybody got a fresh deck?
I do, Charlie.
Thank you, Gilbert. Now, Mr. Houlihan, if you'll be so good as to sit, we'll begin by redistributing the wealth. Keep your hands on the table where we all can see them. See, 200.
Thank you very much.
That'll be $1,020.
Yeah, I know. It's all I got. I'm gonna play with amateurs again. Or women.
Charlie, you were fabulous. I even made a profit.
I gotta hand it to you, Charlie. I came out ahead thanks to you.
Well, like I say, cars have no conscience and they have no memory. But they do have friends. And it's nice to have friends, isn't it, Billy?
No, it's perfectly all right. We're very happy bringing up the rear.
Oh, I think we can do better than that, Mrs. B. This is our new home. We will christen it correctly. Okay, boys, now you seeing this? This is called carrying the bride over the threshold.
I don't know about you guys, but I am impressed.
I tell you, is there anything that this man cannot do?
Well, that remains to be seen. Now, what's the first order of business?
Food, I'm starved. Me too.
Now, there's going to be plenty of time for grub. The first thing tomorrow, we're going to hire some new ranch hands here. And then we're going to pick out a horse for Sarah and another horse for Kim.
Whoa, slow down, partner. We can't do everything all at once.
Says who? Sarah, let me acquaint you with the Casa Buchanan. Now, let's start with the chairs and the sofa. It's not standard Western decor. We call it American Empire. We haven't forgotten the West completely, however. Every Casa Grande should have a Remington or a Russell sitting around.
Look out, honey.
For what? Somebody move it?
Dad, the plant.
Plant? What plant?
Careful, it's a cactus. It's a welcoming present from Asa.
Oh, and I almost walked into it. Is that it?
Yeah.
Well, boys, I guess your old man isn't quite the cock of the walk he thought he was last time we came here.
Oh, I missed them already. I guess that's why you're here, huh? So thanks for coming by to cheer me up.
Actually, Tina, I came by to say so long.
Why, don't tell me the banner's sending you away on an assignment.
No, I've taken a leave of absence for a while because I'm planning on joining Vicky and Clint down at the ranch.
You what?
Now, I don't know how permanent that's going to be. First of all, I'm just going to help them move in, get settled, and play it by ear after that.
Well, you can't do that. What if there's some news about the baby?
Well, that's what telephones are for, Tina. Just give me a call. I'm only a plane ride away.
Oh, my goodness. This is because of Kate, isn't it?
No. Kate has already left the country. It's just that I feel I need to be with my father and his family right now.
You know, it almost killed me to put Vicky on that plane, and now you too. I mean, everybody's leaving. There's not going to be anybody here.
Tina, come on. You're going to have Max, and believe me, he's more than enough to keep you occupied.
But wait a minute. I mean, you moved from out west to come here to make something of yourself, and you have. You can't go back. You belong here.
I belong with Clint, Tina. I mean, right now, I feel that that's where my obligation lies.
Well, what about your obligation to me?
No. Bull, Charlie. You knew that guy had a card up his sleeve the whole time.
You're giving me too much credit. You're the one with the street smarts to spot the scam.
Yeah. We made a heck of a team, huh?
Yeah.
Are you sure you want to split the pot?
Well, I got my Coco van and my 20 bucks. You got your $1,000. Fair's fair.
Oh, you're a nutcase, Charlie. But I like you. You know, the more I look at you, the more I keep thinking that I know you from somewhere.
Yeah, well, I happen to have one of those faces.
Well, it's my favorite female detective, and today, desserts with an order on the house because my Gilbert struck pay dirt.
Excuse me, I just remembered I have an appointment.
Oh, well, thank you.
What'd you do, Gilbert? Rob a bank?
Why would you say a thing like that?
Oh, come on. She's just kidding. Relax. No, he met some guy that he knew from when he was a florist, right?
Right. My old buddy Phil.
Don't you say his name was Paul?
Paul Phillips. We used to call him Phil. I once loaned him $200. I never thought I'd see it again.
And then, lo and behold, he's walking in the street. He sees this guy. The guy gives him the money back with interest. Can you believe that?
Well, congratulations, Gilbert. Don't spend it on fast cars and fast women.
You better not.
Excuse me. I didn't expect to see you back here. Shouldn't you be busting your piggy bank? You've only got till 9 a.m.
Oh, it won't take that long.
Billy Giordano, don't tell me you ran into Gilbert's buddy, too.
No, before you get mad again, I want it fair and square in a poker game.
Poker? You never even played Old Maid. Billy, come on, what's the real story?
I told you. I played the game, and I won. I believe that settles our account.
No. You're the one who said that we could make Melinda look like she cracked up again. I'll tell you what you do, Kellogg. First, you get a hold of yourself, and then you listen to me. Now, up until now, I've let you handle crisis situations, but the stakes are too high. It looks like I might have to take over. Well, I wouldn't worry about it, Doctor. I know precisely what to do. Jennifer, it's so wonderful of you to stay late. Would you please come in here?
You wanted to see me, Mr. Lamar.
Shut the door, Jennifer. I want to compliment you on finding a job so close to Herb Callison. Your loyalty will not be unappreciated or unused.
My obligation to who?
I didn't say that the way that's not what I meant.
Oh, well, what exactly did you mean?
Well, I meant if you go away to Arizona, then you're going to forget all about us.
Us?
Max and me, of course. I mean, look, Cord, we all finally became good friends down in Argentina, and now it just seems like such a waste, you know.
Listen to me. Hey, now you've got some time to just take it easy, relax. Spend some time with Max. Map out your future, Tina.
I just always thought you'd be a part of that future, that's all.
Right now, I need to be with Clint. Okay? I want you to go upstairs, and I want you to take care of that hero of yours, all right? And I want you to do something for me. I want you to be good to yourself, Tina. Okay? Bye-bye.
Cord?
Beg pardon?
Oh. Who are you?
Sorry, ma'am, but the housekeeper said I could go right in. I'm looking for Clint Buchanan.
I'm sorry, but actually he stepped outside for a few minutes. May I help you?
Well, I don't see why not.
I was riding out by Settler's Pass when I come across a stray horse. I got lucky with my lasso and stopped him from running off. When I checked his brand, turns out he's one of yours.
Oh.
So I let him to your spread. He's tied up at the barn.
Oh, how very kind of you. Thank you. May we pay you for your trouble?
No trouble at all. It's not like I had anything better to do.
Oh, good. Do you work at one of the ranches around here?
No, ma'am. I'm what you call, between jobs.
Oh, what a shame. Actually, my husband was talking earlier about hiring some hands tomorrow to work here. Would you be interested?
Yes, ma'am. But you don't know anything about me.
Well, I know that you know which end of a horse to rope. So that puts you one up on me, Mr.
Vasquez. George Vasquez.
Vasquez? I used to know somebody named Vasquez, Maria Vasquez. Wouldn't be any relation by any chance.
Mrs. Buchanan, around here, the name Vasquez is more common than Smith or Jones.
Oh.
Well, I've taken enough of your time. I'll see your husband tomorrow about that job.
Well, that's not necessary.
It's not.
No. No, I mean, you seem to me to be exactly the kind of experienced ranch hand that my husband wants to hire. So why don't you just report to the foreman in the morning? I'll tell him myself I've hired you.
Well, that's mighty kind of you, Mrs. Buchanan. Yes, ma'am. Mighty kind indeed.
Poor Bart.
Hi. How's everything at the Little Red Schoolhouse?
The Little Red Schoolhouse is bigger than the school the children attended in Landview. And I have never seen so many cowboy hats in my whole life.
Oh, yeah. Were the boys a little nervous?
Kevin was a little bit. He tried very hard not to show it, though. You know, they know a lot of the children by sight, so I think they're going to be just fine.
Yeah. It amazes me how easily kids can adjust.
Mm-hmm. How are you?
I'm great.
Good.
You know, I am just absolutely stunned at the beauty of this place. It's really quite breathtaking.
Yeah. Where's Clint?
I don't know. He said he had some things to take care of and that he'd catch up with me later.
Oh, all right.
Sarah?
Right here.
Honey, where have you been?
Oh, getting firewood, honey. Kind of keep an eye on me, will you? Here, I got my cane in my pocket, and I don't want to dump this in the wrong place.
Well, you can put it right over here. The log crib is here. You got it?
Okay, thank you.
Sweetheart, why don't you let someone else do that?
Because I don't need someone else to do that. I know where the wood pile is, and I guarantee you I'll keep you in all the firewood you can burn. Isn't the desert air beautiful this time of the day?
Mm-hmm.
Actually, it's beautiful any time of the day, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Did you get the kids settled in school?
Yes, they're going to be just fine.
Oh, great. All right, I'll see you for lunch.
Where are you going now?
Well, there's a part of the fence that's down in the south pasture. I want to mend it.
Oh, yeah? Well, if that's the case, you might be needing some help. And if you do, I'm available.
Cord?
Cord!
Yes, sir. Got my work gloves in my back pocket, and I am all ready to go to work.
Oh, Cord! What a wonderful surprise!
Tom, come on, would you just have some breakfast here?
In a minute.
In a minute, you have been saying that for hours. Come on, stop that, eat some breakfast, take a shower, go to bed. Your mind's probably not even working by now. You've been up all night.
Well, the meeting's at 2 o'clock. I have to have this budget balanced by then. I'm not about to cut back on staff, and there has to be an answer to this somehow, but I'm darned if I know what it is.
Okay, wait. Can I help you with this?
Can you weave a rope out of sand?
No, but I've been known to rob from Peter to pay Paul.
Really? Well, that's how I got into this mess in the first place. You see, I was expecting added revenue from advertising, but it didn't show up, as you can see.
No, well, what do your accountants say?
Fire 6 people, and the budget is balanced. That's what they
What?
said. Yeah.
Okay, wait. Let's start this from the beginning and look at this day-to-day.
Okay, so where is my favorite patient?
And he's been good, and he finished his nice nutritional breakfast that I made for him. Well, then I have just a little present that I happen to have right here. Max? Max!
Here's what to do when you don't find the rainbows in this time. Here's where you go when it looks like the rain won't end. Don't cry. I'll give you tomorrow. Let me be the one to share it with. And each day that follows, 'cause we only have one night to live.
Almond Delight tastes... Max, what are you doing?
I'm doing push-ups.
Well, are you crazy? You've still got stitches in from the operation. Now, come on, you got to stop that right now.
The best way to recover from surgery is to recover fast,
Look,
okay?
I'm not going to let you just rip open this wound. Now, come on, get off the floor.
I can get up myself.
You know, I swear I'm going to have to get a rope and tie you into this bed.
Oh, Tina.
Oh, would you just... Look, now, the only reason that you are able to be here instead of in the hospital is because I promised Larry that I was going to take good care of you. Now, if you won't let me do that, then I'm going to call an ambulance and we're going to send you right to the hospital.
You're a little serious about this Florence Nightingale stuff, aren't you?
Max!
What? Look, you won't let me do my push-ups. I got to find some way to get my exercise.
What? Are you crazy?
Yeah, and I'm getting crazier every minute. Better every minute.
Yeah, that's why you're so pale. Which...
It's your fault. You got me all weak with love and longing.
Oh, yeah, maybe more with lust.
Well, that too.
What am I going to do with you?
Well, for starters, how about getting under the covers? Yeah.
I'm serious here. You know, when you were lying there on that floor in that hotel room and you were bleeding to death and then you were in the emergency room, I prayed that I wasn't going to lose you.
Oh, Tina, come on. Look, I have remarkable powers of recovery here. I'm A-okay. So let's forget about the knife wound and think about happier things like, you and me. And what's in the box?
Oh, well, I'm so mad at you, I just may never even give it to you.
Well, you're not going to be mad at me all day, are you? No, not all day.
Okay, I give up, okay? I'm not mad at you anymore.
Good. Oh, well, it's too small to be a motorcycle. Light to be a horse. What could it be? Whoa, this is nice.
What, you really like it?
Yeah, feel how soft that is. That's nice. Whoa, what do you think? Thank you. Let's try it on.
You're welcome, Max. Now, look, if you're good
What?
and you get some rest, then you can put this nice robe on and we can go sit by the fire in the library.
Oh, I got a much better idea. Why don't the two of us just stay here and snuggle all day? I mean, why let this whole big house go to waste when we've got it all alone?
Yeah, well, we're not all alone. In the first place, there's Cook and Herons here, too, although I really did make that breakfast all by myself with my own two little hands.
And a nutritional breakfast it was, too, yeah. Well, look it. See, we don't need them. We'll send them home for the rest of the day. Send Cook and Heron home. Sound good to you? And then you and I can get started on making that baby we've been talking about.
Oh, Max, how can you be so heartless?
Okay, so you rearrange your shooting schedule. You take 5 cooking classes, you shoot them all in one day. Boom, right after the other. And that saves on overtime costs on the rest of the days. Now, I know nobody's going to be happy about that. They're going to lose money, but it's better than having them lose their jobs.
I'll say. Why didn't I ask you to help me sooner? I might have gotten a good night's sleep.
Well, I don't know. You were just trying to maintain the status quo, you know, keep everybody happy. I don't have an emotional investment in those people. It's very easy for me to stay objective.
But still with compassion, huh?
Yeah, of course.
You know, you're a remarkable woman. A businesswoman. Remarkable.
Well, I just hope I can solve a lot of Mary Lynn's problems.
Oh, Mary Lynn's able to cope on her own. Oh, she might make a few mistakes and come to you for advice once in a while, but in the long run, you have to let her solve everything by herself.
Yeah. Well, I guess I'm a better businesswoman than I am a mother.
Yeah, well, you've had more experience as a businesswoman. You know, the most difficult thing as a parent is to, well, try not to push children.
I do that, don't I?
Yeah, so do I, don't I?
Yeah. You know, I guess I'm just I'm sort of trying to make up for lost time. I don't think I'm handling being a mother too well, actually.
I don't know. Seems to me you're doing a wonderful job.
Yeah. Well, actually, I've learned a little bit of patience from you.
Patience. That's something I never used to have, huh?
Hey, come on, why don't you eat this breakfast? It's getting cold.
I'm not really hungry.
Yeah, are you sure?
Yes, thanks very much. You said something about Jeffrey McGrath calling you earlier.
Oh,
what did he have to
right.
say?
Listen, Jeff called, and he thought that there might be some leeway he can make and break through in Mary Lynn's drug case. Now, he said he didn't have any of the particulars, but he wanted to know where we were in case he had some good news.
The only news I want to hear is that all charges have been dropped against Mary Lynn, but with this Judge Westcott on her case, I wish Jeffrey had told you what he was going to do.
Yeah, me too. Well, I guess you're just going to have to test some of this newfound patience.
I guess.
So back in Landview, you were talking about all these horses you had to break in and all these fences you had to mend,
And you figured I needed help.
No, not at all. I figured you guys were going to be out here having all this fun, and I wasn't going to have any part of it, so I came out. That is, if it's okay with you.
Well, it's better than okay, son. It's peachy keen. Of course, I suppose I'll be hearing from your grandfather now for taking the whole family away from him.
Oh, I wouldn't worry about that. Ace and I had a nice long talk before I left, and he seemed okay with it. My only problem is there's nobody back in town now to keep an eye on him so that he behaves himself.
I think Renee can handle that job better than all of us put together.
I think you're right. Sarah, you still here?
Yes.
You don't have any real objections to Cord visiting us for a while, do you?
Of course not. And I'm sure the boys are going to be thrilled, too.
Oh, you bet they will.
Okay. Cord, let me show you to your room. I'm sure you want to get freshened up a bit, huh?
I can do that for you, Vicki.
Thank you.
I tell you, I want a room that's in the back so I can hear the horses all night long.
Oh, listen to this. He's making demands already.
You may have any room you'd like.
Well, thank you, ma'am. Shall we? Clint, I don't want you starting any work until I'm ready to go with you, okay?
You got it.
See you later.
Been quite a morning, hasn't it?
Indeed, it has.
You know, I think I'll tell the cook to whip up some biscuits and gravy and throw an omelet together. I think the boy's probably hungry.
Probably.
Would you like something? Coffee?
No, hon. There's coffee right here. Thank you.
Oh, okay. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Whoa. You're about to bust right into me, Mr. Buchanan.
Who are you? Now, what the hell are you doing in my house?
Honey, this is the new hand that we hired yesterday. George is just bringing in some more firewood. George, why don't you put it down over by the fireplace with the rest of it?
Yes, ma'am.
You hired this fellow without talking to me?
Well, darling, he found one of our horses, and he roped it and brought it back.
Up by Settlers Pass, Mr. Buchanan.
Anyway, he was kind enough to return the animal, and he mentioned he was between jobs, so I offered him one.
You from this part of the country?
Been here off and on 12, 14 years.
What's the last outfit you worked for?
Circle K, Mr. Kelly's place over on the River Valley.
Yeah, I know Kelly. How long did you work for him?
A year, maybe two.
Why did he let you go?
Well, his son's come back from college and started reorganizing things. A couple fellas besides me were let go.
Where'd you work before that?
A year or two at the Barrett place. Did some blacksmithing in town for a while. Had a long run at the Lazy Bar Ranch.
Lazy Bar went belly up 10 years ago.
Yep. Put me out of business for a while, too.
You know, it kind of sounds that in the last 10 years, you spent more time looking for work than you have working.
I managed to pick up enough odd jobs to get by. Hiring on here and there during roundup and branding time. But I'm looking to change my luck. And if you'll just give me a chance, I swear you won't be disappointed. Of course, I don't want you to feel obligated because of your wife's kindness.
All right, I'll try you out for a week or two, see how you work out.
Thanks a lot, Mr. Buchanan. Sure do appreciate it. Ma'am?
Honey, why are you so annoyed?
You can't just go hiring every cowboy that rides in off the range. There's a lot of good-for-nothing saddle tramps that want to try and be ranch hands.
But, darling, I mean, I thought that, you know, since he was kind enough to bring the animal back, it indicated that he was probably responsible.
Yeah. Just leave the hiring up to me, okay?
Yes, fine. What is it about George you don't like?
I didn't like his tone of voice, and I didn't like the answers he gave me.
Well, perhaps he's just embarrassed that he hasn't had a steady job for the last 10 years, but it seems to me that he's more than willing to prove that he'll work hard.
We'll see. We'll see.
Why don't we go upstairs, see if Gord needs a hand?
Yeah, he might want to ride out to Rainbow Butte with us. Tell you what, I'll race you to his room.
No, thank you. I think I'd rather stroll down the hall with you arm in arm.
Oh, all right.
Sound all right?
Sounds great.
Tina, I'm sorry for hurting your feelings.
I know you didn't mean to hurt my feelings, but you have to try to understand what I'm going through.
I understand. You got your hopes up in Argentina, but it's time for you to face reality. You can't go on mourning the loss of your son like this. Now, look, there's a lot of years ahead of you that can be happy. They can be filled with our own children. That's what you want, isn't it?
Of course it's what I want, but I want Milagro, too. Look, my baby is alive. I know it.
Tina, that is based on nothing but a dream.
Fine, it wasn't a dream, all right? My baby is alive. I saw him. If you want to believe that he's not, then fine. You go right ahead, but just don't try to talk me out of it.
You certainly have a good deal of experience with children, Mrs. Olson.
Here are letters from the Brackens and the Saunders. Please feel free to call them if you like.
I don't think that'll be necessary. The owner of the agency assured me you're highly qualified and most trustworthy. I only need your service for half a day. I'll say from 11 to 3, and I assume your agency told you about that. Oh, here's my husband now. Hi. Hello, darling. This is Mrs. Olson. She was recommended by the employment agency to help us with little Mike.
How do you do, sir?
I hope that you can start your work today.
Yes.
Wonderful. Michael's room is down the hall to the left.
I'll just get acquainted.
Thank you.
What the hell is the meaning of this?
Rollo, we need help with the baby.
Do you have any idea how dangerous it is to get someone else involved?
She won't be involved. She'll just take the baby out for fresh air.
Oh, we can take him out ourselves.
And risk being seen with him? Rollo, this is more dangerous than employing Mrs. Olson.
Why does he need to go out anyway? All he does is eat and sleep and cry.
It's inhuman to keep the baby inside all day. He needs sun, fresh air. He's used to being out of doors, Rollo, not being cooped up in the apartment.
All right. All right. Have you heard the news? Has there been any mention of the investigation into Max Holden's stabbing?
It hasn't been mentioned.
Damn. I hate this waiting. We should make our move.
If you hadn't been so determined to take revenge on Max, we would be now in Europe counting over $1 million. But thanks to you, we have to wait until things cool down before we make our next move. So don't take it out on me and the baby. Max? Max, Rafe's on the phone. He wants to talk to you.
Oh, okay. Hey, Rafe. Yeah, you find out who stabbed me? No, I don't have any clues. You checked personnel files at the hotel? Yeah, well, thanks for keeping in touch, huh?
Well, what'd he say?
No, nothing, no clues. I don't know, maybe it was just some creep who crawled out a hole and picked me at random and then crawled back.
Is that what Rafe thinks?
No, he thinks it was someone that might have held a grudge against me.
Well, you have any idea who might be mad enough at you to want to kill you?
No. You still mad at me?
No, I'm not. And I'm sorry I stormed out of here. Look, I know I'm starting to sound like a broken record because of the baby, but I can't help it.
I know, and I know you're upset because Vicky and Clint left and you miss the boys and Jessica, and I'm not exactly a barrel of fun, am I? No. We'll tell you what, let's say we cheer things up around here, Let's say we go outside for a walk And we'll maybe check out the grounds, maybe check out the park across the street. Maybe we'll make a snowman.
Now, wait just a minute here. I promised Larry that we were going to follow his orders.
Oh, come on. I'm feeling great. I'm just going stir crazy in this room all day. Please, please, I promise I'll be a good boy. I won't push myself. When I get real tired, I'll sit down, okay? Is it a deal?
It's a deal.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
You want to tell us where you bought your Coke?
I told you. From a guy in Pittsburgh out of your jurisdiction.
Let's go.
Waste of everyone's time, Captain. Okay, fine. I got caught with a small amount of a controlled substance in my pocket. I'm a first-time offender. I'll probably get probation and like a rehab program. I mean, what are you making such a big deal about this for, huh?
Brent, the cops found a stash of coke hidden in your room in your parents' home.
Yeah, I told you. I don't know where that came from, you know. I've never seen that before. Probably the maid left it there.
Judge Westcott's not going to buy that any